You talked about Virat Kohli, and I can see Virat Kohli is very much an in-your-face person. Off the field, Michael, he'll be very charming. He'll win you over. He'll be generous. On the field, he's there. He's at you all the time. Are we starting to see a contrast in the opposite captain, which is Joe Root, who seems to be such a pleasant young man? You talked of him a couple of days ago as a lovely ambassador for the game. Is Joe Root's England side not combative enough, or is Joe Root's England side just not possessed of the skills that are required to go out and win a test match? Because I actually thought they were marginally ahead today, but they didn't play like they were marginally ahead.
Yeah, he's a great guy. And I'll keep saying that. He's a great guy, great ambassador for the game, brilliant player, very, very successful England captain. I think he has the skills. I think that batting unit is a real worry when it's under pressure. It's fine when you're ahead of the game, when you're taking guard and you've bowled the opposition out for 78. In the first innings when they only got 290, I felt that was the moment where they really allowed India back in the game. 99 run lead, it seems a big one, but not on that wicket. They should have had 180, 200 runs in front of India, and that would have been a different proposition. He doesn't have the 90-mile-an-hour bowlers. He doesn't have a world-class spinner, so it's hard for him as a captain. If he tried to be combative like Virat, it wouldn't work because he's not that kind of person. So he's being himself, which I completely admire. I do think in the morning they were a little bit tentative. People say, you break it down, you get 70 in the first, 90 in the second, then 140 in the third. I think you've got to be quite intent from session 1 to 2 to 3. And in a chase like that, it's sometimes that you might have to risk something. You might have to change the batting lineup in that first session to just throw a counter punch early. It very rarely happens in Test cricket, but I just think England set out the day in that first hour. Virat knew that England weren't going to go hard, so he just went, okay, we'll just hang in there. We'll wait till that ball gets a bit older. We'll put boundary riders on the off and on the onside. You're not going to get too many fours, and we'll just home in there, and we'll just hold the length, and then we'll wait. And we'll wait for that moment when we know the ball will do a little bit more, and Jadeja will certainly play more of a part. So I thought Virat, that's why I mentioned his tactics. He played a blinder. He just knew exactly how to play to get that win. And I think England, with this team at the minute, they've just forgotten the art of winning the game when it gets tight. It's fine when they're miles ahead at Headingley. They'll win those all day long. But when it gets tight after days 2.5, 3, they just seem to have lost that know-how, that art. Go back to Lords the last day. They just got the tactics wrong. So Joe and his team have to work out methods of understanding when it's on, when the game's on. Not at the start when it's kind of all a bit cat and mouse. When it's on around days 3, you've got to win that hour, that 2 sessions that are crucial. And India, when it's got tough and tight, all down to Virat Kohli.
Yeah, I sometimes wonder whether a lot of people in English first-class cricket itself are satisfied, maybe, are not mean enough, maybe that summit, the thing that drives them to that summit. Maybe I'm generalizing too much, but that's a topic for another day. Let's move on. We could talk about that for a very long time.